yesterday, people act all tough in these streets when all they need is someone to say I love you and give them a hug.
You told me you love me, but you played me. I thought we were last, but you ended me. Tando, Tando.
Yo, cool, what's up? This is WORD, hashtag let the spoken word do what it does best and speak for itself. Sure, or nah, I'm not just an introvert. Maybe I am an extroverted introvert because go studio, go chilla le bana ba bang, you feel me? So Fandaga, I'm chilling with Genes Mokgosi. We're gonna talk about a lot of things. Please make sure Hori Wadula until the end of the video because there's something very special. Yo, dude, thank you so much for joining us.
What's up with it?
Nah, I'm cool.
Yeah, man.
I know that you are a videographer. The first time we met, it was at Umuzi, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think you take your art for granted.
No, I don't.
I like to associate myself with people who really respect the craft and do it. Got their mindset.
We must fight to get this, man.
Dog.
Fight to get it.
Fight. So just if you want to tell me more about the things that I don't really know,
Well, I'm a very simple dude. I'm an auto creator, I love thinking about concepts, coming up with concepts. I love shooting, I used to be a rapper back then, but performing was not my thing. So I was like, let me create stuff. I'm very spiritual, I'm very guarded. No one is getting a baby until a ring is here, So it's all about love. I'm a lover. I'm a born leader. Until I'm a born leader. We compete at a high level, as you just said. So I want to be number one at everything,
Yeah.
And if I'm not number one, I want to be number one. What do I have to do? Who do I have to talk to? So when we met, I also liked you. I was like, yeah, there's that guy. Because you're like, yo, give me your numbers. I'm like, okay, fair. I know someone outside, because we are Zika Sinjan.
Yeah, talking about being number one in everything, like what does that really mean, being number one in everything? Because for me, it could mean you want to be the best photographer, the best videographer, and maybe the best podcaster, and even maybe the best rapper, because you were a rapper before, like in what space do you see yourself kind of like reigning?
Like, it's very simple. I wouldn't put it into one box.
Cool.
But what I'd love to say is that I want to be the best man that I can be.
Yeah.
No Tyrese, but I just want to be the best man that I can be in everything that I touch.
Okay, cool.
Because you feel like people just come and go. I want to be good here, but being good here will make me an asshole here. And people must understand, and people must be like, yeah, that is cool, when it's actually not. So I'm trying to be big through my craft, be big through my spirituality, and be big with my family, because I'm very family orientated.
And what actually motivates everything that you do, like from Kokas, being a child? How did it all start?
What motivated me in life and what motivates me is my story. We all have sob stories, and I never ever want to focus on somebody else's sob stories, because we've all been hurt at some point, So I was disappointed at a young age. I had like super daddy issues from a young age, and like stepping out, I was more of I want to save everyone, rather than saving myself. I want to save everyone. I want to protect everyone, but doing that made me lose myself. And then like going back and actually finding like what makes me happy. I saw one thing. I looked at the mirror one time and I was like, I don't know myself. Like, I see this guy.
It takes something deep to look at yourself in the mirror and then we put, so like, who the fuck are you?
Another thing.
Did you find, before we move to another thing, what answers did you find from that? But you looked at yourself and you were like, I don't know myself. And then what happened from there?
What happened was I saw there was a huge gap, because I actually treated people the way my dad came into my life. He used to come in now and vanish and come back, say I love you, and I'd feel like, yo, I'm the shit, this guy loves me, and then vanish again.
And you back to square one.
And I'm back to square one. So subconsciously that had an effect on me, because now I could say to you, yo, I love you. You know, and go and come back after 3 months thinking that it's normal, man. It's normal. You know, I love you. I was just like Jay-Z song cry. I was just fucking them hoes. I was gonna get right back. You know, like it's no. I'm getting back.
I feel.
You know.
I feel.
But after realizing that, I saw that my actions and the way I was moving actually like put so many holes in so many people that were around me.
Damn.
I did more bad than good. You know, and that now this is the time where I'm looking at that mirror. I'm by the mirror now. Like, yo,
damn, I'm here. Reality.
I made a lot of mistakes.
Ray Dalio speaks of this incredible combination of audacity and humanity. And you know, when you are moving towards realizing your goals, that is kind of like entering a jungle. And once you enter the jungle, you need to have these two things to help you get through the jungle if you don't really enjoy staying in the jungle. Because sometimes it gets fun, but knowing when to be rude and also knowing when you need to be human, where you need to have humanity and be humble. I think that's one of the things that I'm picking up from your personality, that you have this combination living within where it has been carrying you through, you know.
Yeah,
and that's really incredible.
Most definitely it has. Anyone can catch a fade, you know, like anyone can catch a fade, anyone can get slapped, anyone, until old, young, or whatever, but you need to catch your emotions. Don't let them run you. Abo? Two examples. Until I've worked with kids before. If a kid is rude and if a kid is unruly, sometimes it's just a cry for help. You know, sometimes it's just a cry for help. Sometimes, like I was telling someone yesterday, people act all tough in these streets when all they need is someone to say I love you and give them a hug.
Damn.
And like he's just angry, he fights every weekend, he drinks every weekend, because also until something maybe that we could speak about is like the abuse, the word abuse. So until physical abuse, emotional abuse, mental abuse. It's very, 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 very important to talk about, because it hurts. You know, it hurts when you see the same man in the same place for 10 years. You know, I like making this example. Until if I can digress a bit, I always make this example when I'm talking to young girls and young boys. Baba drive my bus.
Cool.
I'm like, you driving a bus? I get. You rave about having sex with this girl when she's in grade 8. And when she gets into matric, you're never gonna have sex with her because now she's leveled up. So you get another girl.
Who's grade 8?
Grade 8. And then she gets into matric. She levels up. You in the same place. You get another girl. So it's like 12 years. All you can say is that I had sex with her and her and her. They driving cars, my homie. You ain't never gonna hit that again. So it's like a redundant mentality whereby you need to show gents and young babes too that like, yo, there's more to this one.
There's more to life.
There's more to life. There's more to life than sharing jokes on social media.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying people should not share jokes. I love laughing.
I love laughing, dog.
I'm a bad comedian. Trevor, no, I wouldn't hire me
and
to
by
open
the way,
for
you
it.
know, there was a time when I did stand-up comedy in my life.
Oh, yeah?
I failed decimally at that shit, but it's cool.
Story
Story for another day.
So
And dog, you mentioned Hore, you grew up in a family of where you had 5 women surrounding you. The space sailing what our country is in right now, you must be in a position where you understand Hore, women are going through fucked up shit. Right? How do you feel this is really affecting women?
it's affecting everyone. The first time I actually saw gender-based violence, I was home chilling with my grandmother and my sister. My mom went to these work trips, you know, everyone was out. It was just the 3 of us. We heard a woman scream. And then we stepped outside. After stepping outside, when she fell down. My grandmother was like, I'm scared because I'm with you babies and I can't go and say something. Until the moment I was looking at my grandmother also scared, my big sister had already jumped the wall. I'm approaching that dude. This is not done. And me, as young as I was, I think I was like 9 or 8. I also jumped the wall, like, yo,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
dog.
protect my sister, no maranja, and
Yeah.
but luckily people are afraid of my uncle, so that guy listened to to this little girl, and he left, and we walked that lady home, yabo? And when it comes to the abuse that women get now, it hurts because some women think that it's love, until like
Yeah,
spuma ekasi mfethu, where you see uSbanbani abusing his woman every weekend, uyangithola, and this lady always comes back, you know. There was a point whereby I was helping some NGO and we were talking to young girls at schools,
Yeah.
and we asked these young girls one question, like, what is self-love?
Yeah.
You know, and the answers we got were hectic. I'm talking grade 9, grade 10, not even matric, you know, like na o sige nagana ga o ithata ke ga o rata motho wa gago le o ithata wa ntsola, like getting those answers na ke nagana gore ga o ithata ke ga o robala le motho iwane fela wa ntsola, like, girls, this is not it. This is not it. That's why most times when gents pull through and gents are like to a bit and they come genuinely like, yo, I love you, until they don't believe it because they feel like love is shy. Love is being lied to me.
But
Yeah,
dog, like that notion is so fucked up, dog.
Yeah, it's super messed up.
like really, to the woman right now, I am speaking to the woman. Stop believing that women hate you. I'm like, men hate you because they love you, man. This is some toxic masculinity that lives within men. They think or they can claim the power they don't have in their heads through their hands, you know, and that is really fucked up, and it's the society we're living in, sadly.
It's like that. I once had a girl leave me because I'm shy. Like, I was communicating.
Imagine.
Like, she'd make me mad and I'd be mad until I wouldn't even shout her. Like, dog, just communicate, don't shout, talk.
She was like, you soft.
This is me, big man. Munna king. Well,
Dog. I think also, like, a lot of women have been raised with this idea that a man, to prove that he's a man in a relationship, he needs to raise a hand. We grew up in households where men, our fathers abused our mothers, for some of us, you know, and we've seen these things. It has grown to become something which is normal, you know, and now it's happening. We are woke than we used to be. We're seeing it from a different light. It's not that these things have not been happening. It's just that now we are seeing them from a different light. And with the social media, also the power of social media exposes all these things which we didn't have back then. Understand? So there's no much that has changed. It's not that things are really getting worse, but these things are getting exposed, which is a call, and I think it's dope, which is a call for us to say, let's do something. These things are here. They are in our eyes. You know, I really want to have a conversation where we can say, this is what we need to do, but it's so hard, dog, for us with where we are right now. Like, imagine if you climbed, you jumped that wall and then approached that guy, and then maybe he had a knife, he stabbed you, you know, because it in most instances it would be that. So how do we deal with this thing, dog? Like, you see, I'm shy.
A huge shout out to a guy called Samu Khotu. He taught me one thing, every time you see a problem, come with a solution. Don't cry all the time. So I threw out ideas, like, yo, gender-based violence is not cool, and this rape culture is also not cool. And I feel like rather than just talking about it and sharing these hashtags all the time, because yes, they get traction, but after that, tomorrow
What
maybe
next? What next?
Casper's gonna trend, AKA is gonna trend, Michal is gonna trend, and we forgot the hashtags we were using yesterday. So I'm thinking that rather than just talking about it, gents, let's just focus on the kids. I love kids, Abo. I love kids because I feel like you can build them from a young age. Let's teach young boys in primary what a man is. Let's teach them in high school. Being a man is this. Being a man is being a provider. Being a man is being someone who knows that I can have problems and I can talk to my woman or I can talk to my boys and I don't need to let it out on someone physically. Hence I said, like, anyone can catch a fade. Like, ngiphume kasi.
Yeah.
I'm like I've seen people chase each other with knives. I've seen people chase each other with guns. I've seen people like get hurt. And I can't be a witness to any of that, man.
This is what I'm talking about. Like we see these things, but we can't talk about that.
I've seen that, and it's like you can be rough all you want, bro, but yo, man, everyone needs a hug. You know, everyone needs a hug.
Yeah, dog.
Everyone needs to smile. Everyone needs joy, but you can never find joy if you feel like joy is in somebody else. You know, you can never know your worth, Wantola, if you don't love yourself, Wantola. And if like you've never taken yourself out on a date, I once said something like, gents ekasi would rather atole 1,000 and buy alcohol for like 900, spend 100 next day akipi pabalazi, agana bedding, ana bedding, Wantola, like ipaile bedding e tlogela go paela emergency dipile.
That's Ejo, I will tell you, you can go casino, find my gents ba cheating go khoneng ba sna nix, right? O ba bolelle yo my gents, maybe my gents ba tlhakantshe plan fast. My gents ba ka tlhakantsha plan ba ira 300. The first thing that comes to their head is booze, right? And later when they are drunk and hungry, they only have maybe about $50, about $60. What are we gonna eat now?
We're gonna buy more beers. Like don't play about it. We're gonna buy more beers. I've been in situations. I've chilled everywhere. My homie KK always told me that I when I do shop because I've chilled like what you call saying. I've chilled going. I'm not talking now from a perspective of someone who thinks he is better. I'm talking from a perspective of someone who saw that man, my life needs to change. Hence why I ended up applying for Umuzi. I have so much potential that I feel that needs guidance. I'm not the shit. I need people that can help me be the shit. I need people that can help me think. And just 1 week changed my life to a point whereby now I'm like super Mr. Creative, super aim, because I was around people that like nurtured my craft. It was for a week. Like know yourself. Just like the gents that are always like, the street is calling me, I love the street. Why aren't you going home? You are scared of being alone. Hence why I even asked like, why do creatives cuff so quickly? It was like, yo, bruh, art needs you to focus on many directions, and this one needs you to be like straight. Let's stop acting like being in a relationship with one person makes you dumb. Let's stop acting like having a few friends makes you dumb. You don't need to be everyone's friend.
Not going out every weekend does not make you dumb.
It doesn't make you dumb, bro. Like enjoying your space. Like us people from my hood don't even see me. And most of the time I'm home. I'm chilling. It's very problematic when you find people that are like, because you're out here thinking about lebogang. Here's another profound thing someone said to me. He was like, you know what's the reason why most people like us won't pull through in life? I was like, why? He was like, because legacies rather than focusing on building your own legacies. Damn. Even over the fence conversations between bomme, it shouldn't always be shwa-shwi, you know? We should, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be always a conversation ya gore mamang o rekile di couches tsa 15,000 ke mokotla, you know? Can I ask you this question? Gore ba tlotla ka di couches tsa 15,000. Mamang o di reketse gore a ba blelle gore di couches tsa ka ke 15,000. I'm gonna paraphrase Meek Mill, and he was like, people go to amusement parks just to take pictures. They're not there for the rides no more. So you're gonna spend 50K on couches just to be like, hey guy, 50 50 boy.
It's only until we have understood that we need to stop spending money on things to impress people who don't even give a fuck about us.
You know when I realized that? I realized that after losing so much shit that was mine, all for the sake of the homies.
Yeah.
$1. And to get back to what you were saying earlier on, like, you can do a lot. I'm not the only person with a super work ethic. There's another person, but J. Cole said, don't save her, she don't want to be saved.
You don't want to be saved.
Don't save them, bro. Don't save them, girl. Don't save. If you feel like I want to be a businesswoman and every time your chomia go WhatsApp because status like chubby or slender guys, man, leave her because you'll be in the same place. Leave her. And if you want to buy a Beamer, but your homie is like, I'm fit astropele golfo, si pampe, si odlala bantwana kai, leave him. Sometimes I just feel like, guy, in life, we are afraid to do what is done at birth. You know, I feel like your mom, you're connected to your mom for 9 months in the womb. The first thing they do, umbilical cord. They're cutting you off from the person that gave you life.
Damn.
But you aren't willing to cut people that don't even feed you. Fuck wrong with these people, bro?
They're like, I find a lot of things you say so deep and yo,
Yes.
we're deep, man.
I'm sorry.
How did it start? When did you first pick up a camera and shoot something?
Okay. So it's quite a story. When I was 17, I was working with gents and ladies, and we started something called Cotton Nation. And
Isn't just a cotina.
yeah, we were before Sitlukotin. Ricky took that from us. So I'm joking, Ricky. Don't kill me. So what we did was we had Harvey, who was the camera guy. We had like Mo King, who was like the cool guy. We had Koketo, who was like the super organizer, Wantola, and we had like Bibbs, who was like a great thinker, and you had me, Wantola, who was like an all-rounder, being everywhere, Wantola, because I loved cameras from a young age because Uma Koko Bega Sevens are CNA. So everyone in my hood has a picture and has an album because Uma would come every time when we film, film.
You're exposing your age, nigga.
The love for video came when Magogo decided to panda a side hustle. So we used to rent movies and the cassette out. So every day we'd look at movies and I'd watch movies all the time. Hence why I don't like Steven Seagal, because he never gets punched. I've watched like 50 movies, but not even once is this guy getting punched.
Cool.
And then I liked Van Damme because he babses a lot in his movies.
He's like James Bond.
Yeah, there's no Van Damme movie without a nude scene.
It's just a game.
Yeah, and then we formed Cotton Nation and we came up with an event. Luckily, the event coincided with the hottest song for that year. It was Shaba Ranks, Shaba Ranks, and we did Shaba. I was 17. Most of us were 17. Harvey was older. Shaba was cool. I was like, I love events, And then moving forward, Cotton Nation broke up because we let the hype of our first event and the hype of the hood get into our heads, and we felt like we were the shit when we actually didn't know anything. So we let it slide, and then I hooked up with one of the guys that wanted to perform Koshaba, KB. Antolo is one of my closest friends now. KB was like, let's start a company. And we're like, okay. So the Love Trick Media Company, it was me, Bongs, and KB. I told my mom was retrenched that year. I was like, yo, I'm fit to understand, Bahufile, Zaka, and Nali income, but can you please borrow me $1,000?
Yeah.
I will give it to you. And told her, still haven't paid mommy back, I will. So we started Love Trick and we wanted to do a car show. We approached the guys that actually put me on to everything now, until the guys that hooked me up with everyone. It was Samuel Mokgosi and Tumelo Makhetla, Antola Spiga Lesem. I love those guys to death. They poached me. They did something wrong. Those guys poached me, Antola. And then I worked with them at a corporation called What 66. We worked at What 66, and it was fun because I met a lot of people. And so, we had the team was cool, man. We had Mzobe, rockstar.
I see.
We had Mzobe was a rockstar because he always like did rockstar stuff. And so, he's the only person that would fall go kart, but so like get back up, not cry, and just keep going.
You
man.
like,
So
is this nigga on coke?
Yo. So, and we had like Zinte, Rush, we had a lot of people there. And, so, and then this is before I'm like, I want to shoot all the time now. And we had an event. We called it the Youth Achievers Awards. We were like, yo, man, every time someone thinks Kasi, they think negative stuff. Until they think negative stuff, they think so. And let's do an event whereby we recognize everyone in townships that pushes until like everyone positivity. Like it can be music, can be camera, it can be video, it can be business, everything. As long as it's positive, let's do this until. And we got traction the first year until, and we saw the pictures, and I was like, hey, when
labels.
And for the second one, I was like, yo, man, let's get a cam. I have homies that have been shooting. So I'm like, yo, man, teach me how to use this thing. And then this is late 2015. Teach me how to use this thing. Are we using it? Fede? No, I'm lying. It's not 2015. 2017. I'm no longer focused on events now. There's no longer events every week. As Oskido says, the khashas. It's no longer the khashas. Now it's like one event I want to shoot all the time. And my homie Sav put me on Umuzi, like, yo, talk Umuzi. And when I got to Umuzi, I was like, okay, I'm not good in video. What I know is pictures. And I applied for something in multimedia. Got an email, come to boot camp. I'm like, I'm there. Until even the outfits were there. I needed like a
Dog,
week before.
I saw you that week. You were ready.
The outfits were there. Like you will see me. After that, I met a lot of people and I made friends there. I made friends there, and I was like, after the boot camp, it was like, okay, sharp provisional years. Ish, have fade. After the week after the boot camp, there was like coronavirus. I'm like, god damn it. I'm here, guys. Why are you doing this to me, Antola? And then we applied for something and we got funded, Antola. And we used the funding properly, Antola. So we have the gear now, Antola.
I see.
We have the gear, and we got the gear just to shoot with it, Abo. So that's my come up in a sense, Abo. Right now I'm working on a number of things, Antola. I'm feeling the urge to go crazy on Instagram TV, on Insta stories. There's a guy that's from my street, the coolest taxi driver. Look him up on Instagram. Is cool.
The coolest taxi driver. A taxi driver Instagram account.
Yeah.
Where do you live, dog?
So I was like, yo, dog, you are so cool. He's a cool kid. Like you can see how you cool. I was like, let me create like an Insta story for you, Antola, and let's talk about you now. Driver taxi and Antonton, and he liked the idea. I sold it to him, so we're working on that. Be on the lookout for that. It's gonna be super cool.
Is this the same project that you presented?
Yes. That idea gave birth to this now. Antola. So I was like, okay, Township Hope is cool, but now let's create a show whereby we talk to young creatives. But rather than me being like this with them, let me be behind the camera asking them questions, and they will know what to do or what to say. They will know what to do or what to say. But let's just put them on, because every time someone thinks about townships, they don't think about someone who is fluent in English. They don't think about someone who can dream. And it's not wrong, but it's what the media shows the world. So goddamn you media, change it. I don't want to be on ENCA with a tire because there's no electricity. When you have like super creatives that are like making moves. Huge shout out to Sam Liburu. Huge shout out to Kutlo Maseko. I'm name dropping so many people because
I feel you, dog.
I can't hate.
There's no room for hate for somebody who really wants to make it.
Like
There's no room.
it's so much love. These guys inspire me so much, Rabona. So it's like, yo, man, I see this, Antola, and there's a but, I see this, but it's not enough. It's not enough, Antola. Like,
Damn.
How many people from the West Rand besides me do you know?
West Rand. Do I even know where the West Rand is?
Exactly.
Yeah, Boma Randburg, right? West Rand is Boma Randburg side.
West Rand, guys. I'm
Okay, to go in the comment section if na let's say about West Rand go and then about the areas that are in West Rand. Please, Buffet, to educate the boy.
Yeah, please watch on top. I want to come back and please comment and tell Guy that bring that guy back. I have a lot of things to talk about. This chest is very slim, but it's full. And it's full, you know.
Would like definitely to linger a little longer, but it's really getting a little late. So, dude, where do they find your work? Where do they find you? If people want to collaborate with you, how do they go about it?
Okay. Most of my work is for private clients to buy, but if you want to collaborate, you're gonna see from next week. You're gonna start publishing my work on YouTube. Check me out. Ne? Let me explain the handles. Antola, when I was in matric, I negate a speech call me Ofentse Genes Mokgosi. So on Instagram it's King Jeans Antola, and on Twitter it's 95king24. I was born on the 24th of September 1995. That's when Heritage Day came forth.
Yeah.
So thank me for your holidays. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't. Until you'd be going to work. I'm just joking. And on Facebook it's just Ofentse Genes Mokgosi. Until it's Ofentse Genes Mokgosi. And talk to me anytime. I'm a very approachable dude. Everyone is approachable. If you want to approach someone for a collab, approach them. The best answer you can get is no. The worst answer you can get is yes, because then you'll have to prove yourself.
Guys, I don't know what I can do after that powerful session is just to give a round of applause. I am inspired from where I am sitting, and I hope that from wherever you are catching this session, you are getting inspired, you know. And yeah, man, let's do the right thing. Let's stop gender-based violence. Let's stop human trafficking. Let's stop killing of women, dog. And then
let's stop pleasing crowds.
Let's stop pleasing crowds. I think that was like the takeaway of this conversation as well. Yeah, man, this is a WORD hashtag let the spoken word do what it does best and speak for itself with the boys. Until next time, stay in rhyme. Peace out.
Complications.
That was that.
One on one, we'd make it together. Empty, I'm empty, empty